Welcome back to the channel. It has been some time since my last video like this, and the reason for that is because officially I'm now a married man. I'm absolutely ecstatic and over the moon to be officially married to the love of my life. And after the wedding we went for a week's honeymoon in Mallorca. The whole thing went incredibly well. It went really smooth. We all had a great time, and the honeymoon was absolutely unreal. The weather, time away, just the three of us, me, her and the little man, and honestly it was just, what an experience. Now that that's all done though, everything's finalised, everything's finished, everything's out of the way, wedding and honeymoon wise, I can now get on with the whole YouTube thing. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail, you know what's happening in today's video, and that is I purchased a new YouTube car. And when I say YouTube car, I mean like I've purposely bought this car purely for YouTube and social media. And that is because me personally, when I watch YouTube and the guys that I'm subscribed to, is they all have a car that in some way or another I feel like a part of. As strange as that sounds, it's like you're there since day one when they get it. You follow their entire journey of everything they go through with the car, and then it almost becomes like some sort of icon to do with the channel. So like a sort of great description of that would be like, if you've watched all the Top Gears, you'll see all the challenge cars, and now they're seen as like rare and collectible because you don't see them anymore, but they're like somewhat part of history. They're part of my childhood growing up, and you just become part of it. Like, so what I'm wanting is, this car is going to be the start of a journey. It's going to be included in the YouTube channel. This is still me starting off in YouTube, and I just want the car to be a part of it, and for everyone that's watching these videos to feel involved in it as well. And what I mean by that is basically what I would like is for, if you have any suggestions, anything you would like to see, anything that you think like a certain opinion of, like, oh, I'd rather this or that would look better, or you should do this. This is what it's all about, so please do not hesitate to comment below on this video, on my social medias, anything, because this is what it's all about. It's not just for me because I want it, it's because I've got this goal in mind for YouTube, for the car, and also for anyone to enjoy the content and feel involved in this sort of like small community that I'm growing. There is an added extra that will be included to the car. However, I'm not going to show it in today's video. That'll be next video because it's kind of like a separate thing, although it's for the same car, if that makes sense. Another quick update that I just want to mention is that after the last video I done with Ben, where we took his BMW 335D out, I was not happy with the quality result that ended up having, and I've worked out why. And the reason for that is because when I record on my phone, I then send the videos to my WhatsApp for this phone, go on my computer, download them from there, and then I edit. But what I didn't realise is that I had the lowest quality setting for sending videos and photos over WhatsApp. So straight away my videos have lacked quality, and then I've edited them and then tried to raise the quality. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to record all this, put it onto OneDrive, and then download from OneDrive to the computer, and hopefully the quality will seem a lot better. And as for sound, I've bought these wireless phone microphones, and it's called Viral, I think it is, and you can probably tell it's created for creators and content creators on TikTok and Instagram and all that sort of stuff. I've never had one before, I've never used one before, so this will be a new one for myself. So hopefully the quality of the videos and the sound quality of the videos will seem to increase as time goes on, but it's not something that I'm just like quickly edit, get it online. I want it to be the best quality and for the best viewing experience for all the viewers. Speaking of the viewers, this is the last thing I want to say before we get into today's video, is that since officially starting this channel, I've gained over 60 subscribers, as well as my TikTok account and my Instagram. It's slowly increasing, and I can't thank each and every one of you for watching this video enough for your support, because even following, subscribing, liking the video, even commenting like, oh nice, or or that's rubbish, just whatever it is, it helps me out. And if you have the time, please do not hesitate to just click the subscribe button, click the follow button on my socials. You've no idea how much it helps, and if it's something you want to help out on, just these little small things all add up. And if you're one of these people, I just want to thank you very much. But it's time to get into the video. The thumbnail and the photo that I put on my Instagram, which is here, couldn't have gave the car away any more than it was. So here it is. This is a 2002 Volkswagen Bora TDI, but the special thing about this is it's a TDI ST. I've never heard of this in my entire life, and the reason I found out is because when I was doing insurance quote and also checking the details out about it, it had Bora ST. So I've done some research and I'll post it up on the screen, is that this is actually the highest spec Bora you can get from the factory, and it comes with like added on extras such as the colour coded bump strips to match the body paint. It also comes with a 6 CD changer, which I probably won't be using, and little bits here and there. And I done a how many left check. Basically it's a website that you can check how many cars of certain specs are left on the road, and I'll chuck this up as well. But believe it or not, there's only 149 of these left on the UK roads, and that's only from 2024, and we're over halfway through 2025, so it might even be less, it might be more. I did do a poll on Instagram to suggest what sort of channel car I should be getting, and a lot of people went for the Mark IV Golf. However, I've had 3 or 4 of these. I've had the Passats, but I've never owned a Bora, and straight away something that stuck out to me was it's basically a Mark IV Golf and a Passat merged together. I was looking and looking for a car for the channel, and I was looking for something like a PD 100, and the reason for that is because I've never really modified or delved into the whole PD 100 side of things. However, with what's coming up in the next video, it kind of made sense that a PD 130 or 150 would actually be the best option to get, and then this came up. So this is a PD 130 Volkswagen Bora. Looking at it, it is fairly standard. However, it has got some modifications such as a full straight pipe exhaust, coilovers all round. It's got PD 150 seats, I believe, which I've seen these in before. However, apparently they come out of the Mark IV GTIs as well, so it could be a mixture between a 180T or a 2 litre GTI or a PD 150, because a factory optional extra is the blue or the red. Going inside, we've got this fancy Volkswagen sticker along with some mole grips that came along with the car, which I think you can see is, you know why they're there. A common issue with the Mark IV platform is the lever to pull open the bonnet latch has completely snapped, and the guy basically said that everything is clipped into place, it all works, you just need to pull the mole grips. But I'm sorry, I'm not driving about with a set of mole grips right in my right foot, so I will get that sorted. It's just for the time being. But see, things like that, like a lot of people would freak out about that, or say like, oh my days, like you'll literally have to open the bonnet with mole grips. But for me, it's funny because the car already has character, it's got stories to tell, and yeah, it's just quite comical. But trust me, I will be fixing that. The only thing I'm thinking of though is the sort of trim colour that this car actually is. It's like a half black, half light grey with the sport panels, and I'm not sure how hard it's going to be to get the footwell cover in that colour. So I'm going to have to try a few Instagram pages and Facebook breakers to see if anyone has this panel with the pull lever actually intact. But that's a mission for later on. I've put this in the thumbnail, but again, lots of people would completely avoid a car like this with the amount of miles that this is on. As you can see, this car is on 266,729,000 miles, which I can now say I own a car which is over 250,000 miles, and it has been to the moon. Literally. Opening up the bonnet, there's nothing really special to show in here. However, I do have a story to tell already. Again, this was on my Instagram post. And that is that the temperature sensor in the head, which is actually right here, popped out, and I'll put the photos on the screen. I think the plastic clip has failed and the O-ring has came out, so I actually drove this 40 miles with no coolant in it, and I can actually prove that opening this, there's actually nothing in it. So that's the first major problem that I need to sort, but I do have a new coolant temp sensor on its way, and coolant as well, so new sensor and top up with coolant, and that'll be that sorted. It's actually a fairly clean engine for something this age in miles, and the guy that had it before me had done extensive amounts of work just to keep it like sort of up to standard, and I can see here that he's had new top mounts on both sides. If we go around the car, it's done sets of discs and pads, front and rear. He also done a timing belt kit and a turbo in his ownership in the past year, and also in the car's history it's had a timing belt at 100,000 miles, so we're good to go. Engine wise, I just need to keep on top of the oil services. And speaking of oil, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see under here, but the side of the sump is leaking. Yeah, you can definitely see that, and I'm not sure if it's been torqued up properly, so that'll be the first thing I try, and if not, then I'll just need to seal around it. Speaking of the car spec, it actually comes with these Volkswagen wheels. So these are actually the factory wheels that came with the car, and if I can pronounce this right, it's Volkswagen Jarama wheels. I've never seen them, never heard of them, but I have them on this car, and straight away you can probably say like, oh, they're absolutely terrible, they're all corroded and missing centre caps and stuff like that. But see, for me, it's like I'm thinking forward, where I mean, I would like to get these powder coated in either black or anthracite / gunmetal grey, new centre caps, and then a shorter walled tyre, more of like a track road tyre with a bit of extra meat on it, and get some wheel spacers, maybe lower it a bit more so it gives it that kind of track stance, if that makes any sense. I know that's a term that gets thrown around. Into the boot, just some spares that came with. So here is a spare catalytic converter. Also a brand new Bora wing, however this one wasn't painted in the right colour match, so you can see that both front wings have been done, and you can tell straight away that there is a difference between the factory paint and the new sprayed one. Same with this side as well, and I think it was just the wrong primer was used, so I'm just going to chuck that up for sale because I genuinely just don't need it. And then it's just some exhaust scrubbers and a gasket maker, so that'll do for the sump. You can see here also it's had a new alternator fitted as well as a new alternator belt. Underneath it's had lots of nice extras as well, such as bottom arms, coilovers like I mentioned, brakes all round like I mentioned, full straight pipe exhaust. It's been serviced, timing belt kit, water pump, all that goodness, and here it is. So this will be the YouTube car going forward. And again, if you've got anything that you want to comment on, or any advice or opinions, please don't hesitate to comment. Something I would like to know the answer to is, what do you think of these headlights? So at first I was like, those are horrendous, those are getting taken off for standard ones. However, I've started to grow to like the black inlays. I just don't like the sort of blingy angel eyes. It's just not the look of the car that I wanted. I'm not even sure if they're worth anything, but please let me know what you think. But I'm still swaying towards just replacing these for stock headlights. This isn't just a walk around of the car. There is a few things that I want to do anyway. And when I started the car, it was absolutely roasting in here. So put the driver's window down, put the passenger window down, and it collapsed out of the window regulator. I knew about this, I forgot about this, and now I need to fix it. Another quick cowboy thing I want to do is I want to do an EGR bypass. This is the EGR valve here, and just to bypass it, all you need to do is pull off this vacuum hose, put a bolt on it like I have there, and tie it up, and that basically stops this from working. It just goes all the way through, straight through. There's no valve opening and closing, and it basically just bypasses it. But I will be getting an EGR delete, which gets rid of this whole bump here along with the cooler. And you're probably wondering what on earth is going on here. So these OEM boost pipes just get pushed in, like here for example, and then it goes all the way around the bottom and back again. But these are notorious for moving in and out when under and over boosting, and the clips and the tabs on here eventually fail. So here is a quick self-tap-in job all the way around, which yeah, it holds it in place, but I can almost guarantee you that this is boost leaking like absolute anything. And I'm pretty sure when I was under here earlier, I could see that it was also done on this bottom pipe as well. So with a new EGR, I do want a full boost pipe kit and front mount intercooler, because that is linked in with what is in the next video. I'm just topping that up with water there. Trust me, it seems stupid, me topping up the water with it absolutely peeing out of the temp sensor. However, I think I would sleep better at night if I knew the system had actually water in it, just in case I'm moving it here, there and everywhere. But that's a good sort of proof that that is where it's leaking from. That's where it popped out, just in case you're wondering where that location is. However, once the new sensor arrives, I'm going to be doing a full video on how to change it anyway, just in case you don't know. I've got a spanner here because I'm going to be unbolting the battery and doing a full sort of car reset, if you like, because it has a yellow oil light on for check oil level, which can mean two things. One, there's no oil, and two, it's the sensor. But my third option, which I've done before, is disconnect the battery for 10 minutes or something, which will be perfect whilst I'm fixing this window regulator. I've read somewhere that if you don't open the bonnet long enough, or don't change the service notification properly, it throws up that light to say check the oil, and it doesn't go away until you reset it. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, leave it for 10 minutes, and fingers crossed that goes away, because I can't stand dash lights. We'll leave that for just now, but something that I forgot to mention is that on the dashboard there is this, try and turn the camera around, there is this silver button on the dash. And that, believe it or not, is a button you need to hold to heat up the glow plugs. In today's weather, doesn't matter. In the winter, I mean, it doesn't get too cold in Scotland. However, it's just something else that I need to think about if the car's not starting or whatever. But PD130. Some eagle-eyed viewers might have already noticed this braided oil feed line. Now, this was done because the turbo was done. It's just a stock PD130 turbo that's on it. However, this will also be needed in the next video explanation, so keep that in mind. And you might have already guessed it already, but I just like keeping the temptation for the next video. Again, sorry about those dogs, man. Listen to that. May as well could have bought and trained two seagulls. Excuse the dogs barking in the background, but I believe that's what this wire and this wire is for this harness that goes onto the glow plugs. But doesn't bother me just now, probably won't ever, but I thought I'd mention it. I've not done one of these door cards in a long time, and if I can remember, there's clips all the way around the door card and underneath this handle, and I think this just pops out, if I remember right. Usually there's like a bolt or a screw or something in behind the handle, but I'm not seeing anything. I'll try and rest the camera on something so I can just work away on this. Which has reminded me, I did have some sort of phone holder that I can place and carry the phone about and make things a bit smoother, because like I can't be perfectly smooth whilst talking, and it's really annoying me because I've no idea where I've put it. But again, that's down to the whole quality side of things, so hopefully I will find it. And just like that, the door card is off. I would love to know how long that took me. That felt like only a couple of minutes. Let's see. 1 minute 39 I'm looking at, so that must have been a minute and a half to get that door card off. I'm actually buzzing. Now I'm not buzzing because there's an inspection hole here, and an inspection hole here, and that's it. So what I'm going to try and do is there's the top of the window just there, is I'm going to try and get that up to the top, and then try and bring the regulator up to the window and at least try and pop it back in the runner, because the window went down with the motor, so the motor and the regulator's fine. However, I just can't see if there's something broken or not, so I'll just try and figure that out just now. After some inspection, it does look like I need to take the whole inside panel out to get to it, which is fair enough. It does look pretty simple, so hopefully I'll manage to do it. However, I've disconnected the battery, which I need to power the window, so I'm just going to connect that back up now and see if that oil lights went out. I know this has a service light, so this will be beeping away, but I want to see if the yellow oil lights went out. It might have a check temperature or check coolant level, sorry, because all the water's probably just been running out, but we'll try it. But it has as well. So as we can see, the alarm did go off, so it's nice to know that that works. I've got an ABS light, which I know about, and obviously handbrake and battery because I've not started it. So see if I start it and see what comes up. And seems to have been a success, so there you go. If you've got a yellow oil light and you don't want it to go into the faff of replacing the sump sensor, just disconnect the battery for, what is that, 10 minutes, and it clears it. I'm actually really happy with that lights went out. It just means I don't need to go into the whole sump sensor and worry about oil and things like that. That's all I needed, was just a battery reset, which I'm buzzing. So next thing is, now that the battery's reconnected, I'm going to try and use the window power to get the window up, hopefully. I might take a bit of up and down to try and get it so at least moves, because I physically can't get it with my fingers, so we'll give it a bash. As you can just see the regulator moving there, but the window's actually right down behind it. So now that I've got it there, you can actually see part of the window mechanism, which can't tell if that's bad or not. So looks like we'll just take that interior panel out, because yes, it is a really nice day. However, I can't leave this overnight with the window down, so I'll just get it done. So that's all the bolts out, so this should just peel off because it does have body sealer behind it, but just feeling it, this has been off before. There we go. So I can see there's the bottom hinges on that, which don't look the best. However, all I need it to do is to go onto the bottom rail. So I'll try and wedge this in place. Off camera, I dived in a bit further after taking a bit more bits off, which I didn't want to do, but it gave me so much more access, which I'll show you just now. And what looks like has happened is these are the two brackets for the window itself, which go onto these plastic tabs on the rail. So we've got one here and one here, and those are both meant to be attached, and they have snapped. So I can't fix that today. I'll need to get new ones of these, which isn't exactly urgent. However, I'm just wanting the window up, which I can just use these, which were there before, which I stupidly forgotten about. So I'll just wedge the window up, put all this back together, and move on to the next thing. Now that the door is all buttoned back up, window back up, happy days. I wish I could have fixed it, but end of the day, I do need parts for it, but that's it sorted for leaving it overnight. As well as that, I used some GT85, which is like a silicon based lubricant, and I just went around every single door and all the door jambs and hinges and stuff, just so that when you open the door it's less squeaky and stuff. These are all things that I like to do with a new car, especially one this age and with that many miles. These are probably things that people just don't do or even think about, but for myself it's just little bits of maintenance and peace of mind. As well as going around the car, I found 40p, and also, not sure if you can see in there, but there is the remains of a bumblebee, which would be impossible to try and get that out, so that can stay there. When it comes to cars as well, I like keeping it really clean, and for myself this sticker here has to go, but just to keep the back end clean I'll be taking that sticker off, as well as the usual Bora patter. Someone's put a T at the end of here for Bora. The sticky stuff's still there, so I'm going to get that off. And something I wanted to question about as well is I have a private plate which is only 5 letters, so it's like quite small and would just fit there. However, I do want this to be like a sort of sleeper build, and what I mean by that is I want people to look at it and think, oh, that's just an old Bora, when actually in the coming future it will be quite fast. And something I'm not too keen on is the twin exhaust tips, and as you can see it's straight piped all the way back, but for me with the whole sleeper thing, I'm just going to cut this here or unclamp it. It's welded, so cut it there and then just put like a downpipe here. But that's all in the future, but for just now I'm just doing all the little bits. Take that sticker off, take that stickiness that's left there, and also I believe that this regi plate light is out. Just being in here as well, I was like, oh, there's a self-tapper in the glove box there. I wonder why, so I'm actually going to unscrew that and see if I can actually get in it. It's actually all there and complete, but for some reason I can see that somehow I think the latch or the clips are broken. Yeah, there's supposed to be 2 tabs that go in each side, which are in here, and they don't seem to be coming back out each side. So I will come up with some other idea like this just to use the glove box. But for now, I think the self-tapping wood screw will do the job. Need to carry a screwdriver, or I can just leave it like that. See what I mean? Character. Nah. This sticker is absolutely caked on here. There's no chance I'm spending this beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon trying to pick this off. So that'll just need to wait for another day. Luckily though, I did manage to get the stickiness off of that letter T that was there. Happy with that. Next thing is, remember that there was a registration plate light out. So I'm going to pop that off and double check what sort of bulb it is, because you can get bulbs that are lengthways like this, or you get like the little side light bulbs, and judging by the length of that, I think it is the longer one. So hopefully it might still work, just needs a bit of corrosion taken off, but I guess we'll find out. Help if I use the right screwdriver, eh? got the bulb out, and it's pretty hard to see on the phone, but that element is actually burst. Yep, I think you can see it just there. So I'll check the box of bulbs and hopefully I've got another one. I've sieved through the box of bulbs and unfortunately I do not have one, but I do have the bulb in my hand, which is the ones that I need. So I just need to order a couple of them to get them replaced. And I know that you can literally just go up and buy full LED light units that just fit right into the housings, but for some reason the look of the car, the age of the car and the way it is, I just want it to be standard looking, so I will just get original bulbs. I know the interior lights there, I think all don't work around the back, and on the front there's only two, so I will be upgrading those to like hopefully a brighter bulb, possibly LED. It is the interior, so I'm not too fussed, but it's looking at the outside of the car that I want to remain as kind of stock as possible. Speaking of ordering things there, as you can see, I've took two of the centre caps off. It was missing two of them and there's two remaining, so I've took the other two off. So on this, on the back, it tells you the part number to get 4 new ones, but I swear in the pile of car stuff I have, I've got 4 brand new ones, so hopefully they will be the same size, which just means I don't need to buy them again. I've just about done all the little bits and pieces that I wanted to do to the car. Since buying it, this is the first time and the most time I've actually spent in it and with it. And the last thing I want to do is get rid of the service light. You might think, well, why would you reset that if you've not serviced it? The guy I got it from said that he serviced it not too long ago with a new sump, fresh oil and filter, as well as a new sump plug. So in my mind, it's already been done, and something I'm quite meticulous of is doing oil changes, especially in a car with these sort of miles. That's the key to keeping them running, is just good oil and good servicing regularly. It's not something that I'm just going to remove the light and the beeping and get on with it. It will be something that I keep an eye on and do an oil change anyway. So I'm going to reset the service light, and then hopefully all I'm left with is the ABS light. And I should have mentioned that earlier when it came on. That is, the previous owner said it's had 2 new CV joints, it's had new ABS sensors, maybe 2, I'm not sure, maybe 1, and it comes up intermittently. And when I was driving the car back, when you come to a slow stop, you can feel the ABS battering your foot, which I've had before. It doesn't bother me too much, but he said that it's the ABS ring on the drive shaft that is causing this issue. So if I'm left with an ABS light, doesn't bother me, I've had that before. But if I've got the oil light, the service light and everything else, it's just so annoying. So I'm going to do that now. And what we need to do is hold the trip button, which is this one on the right here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this while filming and use both hands. So hold that in, put the ignition on, and then turn this dial to the right, which is that it. So turn it off, back on again. Yep, that's it, service light's done. No more beeping, no more telling me to service the car. All that's left is that ABS light. So there's another thing ticked off the list. Something else that's annoying me because I've done a battery reset is it's the wrong time. So you literally just change the time by turning it right. Try and get this in focus, sorry. Is twist it right for the minutes and twist it left for the hours. So I'm just going to sort that out just now. So that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this new YouTube channel car and are looking forward to the future of it. I just wanted to do this video because 1, I had to introduce the car, and 2, I also like to do these little bits and pieces just to get my head around what the car needs, the little bits that I want to change and do. And it also gives me like a list of stuff to work from as well, and to also research or order parts for or whatever. So that's all this video was showing off the car, what it is, and going through the little problems that I do when I first get a car. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this sort of style of video. Like I said at the beginning, I do have another video lined up which is to do with this car. If you haven't guessed it already, then that's good, but if you have, then please keep it to yourself, because I'm sure you will be right with the hints that I've gave off this video for next. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have done a driving video and an exhaust sound video. However, with the whole temp sensor hanging out and all the water coming out. I just don't feel safe enough to do that in case I break something or make something worse. The temp sensor is on its way. I will be doing a video about that, and once that's done, I can drive the car every single day if I want. Those are videos to come as well. And to keep up with the videos, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. I know it's free and everyone knows it's free, but some people just don't like the word subscribe because you think that you're signing up for something and it's going to cost you money, but it doesn't. It's completely free and you will be there for my next video. Also, keep up to date with my social media, so that is my TikTok account as well as my Instagram account. I'll put those links in the description so you can just go straight there. Again, if you've watched through this whole video and you're subscribed, thank you so much. You've no idea how much it helps me out and I appreciate you. And again, please don't hesitate on commenting on this video or commenting on my photos, etc., because I will get back to you. I do want conversation, I do want advice, I do want knowledge, I do want criticism, and I would like for people to have their opinion on things that I'm doing in the whole YouTube side of things. Thanks very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.